Just how has the year been for you so far? Do you have pent-up anger and frustration? Imagine this, for a fee, you get to break cups, plates, or glass bottles, or even smash watermelons in a controlled environment. Well, this is a novel stress relief, which is being accepted by mostly young people in the country. And as Stanley Nyaringita reports, mental health professionals advise that this form of relief should not be a substitute to therapy. Take a look.
It's a typical Friday. The usual traffic and construction noise fills the air here in Zimmerman, Roysambu constituency, Nairobi County. However, this clat is blocked off in Nassim Kadhi's head as she looks at her phone in search for the healing room, where the first of a kind Ridge Room is offered. In the Ridge Room, one is able to break and hurl crockery, disposed electronics, carpets, as well as fruits in a controlled environment to release anger and stress. The concept, which originated in Japan in the early 2000s for stressed workers, has quickly gained traction in different parts of the world, with Kenya being one of the slow entrants of it. After the long wait of seeking to release her emotions physically,
hello. Hi. Is this the okay. So welcome. We first sign in.
Nkatha walks into the reception with her face lit up. She'll, however, have to wait for a few more minutes before breaking anything, as explained by Irene Omboi, a counseling psychologist and the owner of the healing room.
So what should I expect?
You should expect feeling relieved. That's what I can say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just before Nkatha gets into the therapy room, she picks a sweet from the small boxes, depending on how she feels. Inside the therapy session, which should take a maximum of 10 minutes, the psychologist assesses the mental state of the person to ascertain no self-harm is done during the distraction experience.
I have to sign the consent and liability form, what it entails. It explains like what is a Ridge Room and the purpose of the Ridge Room itself, and it emphasizes that the Ridge Room is not a substitute to therapy. Okay. If you're going through a lot of things, you'll have to see a therapist. And before now we continue, is there a possibility that you're going through some things, and have you been to therapy before?
Yeah.
Okay, how was it for you?
It was good.
It was helpful? Okay.
Ombui's advice to Nkatha is a reflection of the broader mental health crisis in Kenya, where the national prevalence of common mental disorders stands at about 10.3%. Furthermore, data from the Ministry of Health indicates that 42% of individuals seeking primary care have severe depression. Due to the intense breaking of sharp objects, Nkatha is required to wear protective gear before beginning her session. Here, the relief sessions are offered in different packages that range from as low as 1,500 Kenyan shillings to 7,500 Kenyan shillings, depending on how many things you are breaking or smashing.
We have a maximum of 5 people. I know the room is large, but we would also want people to have their space of moving around. If there's someone who wants to scream, they can scream inside within the group. If there's someone who wants to break down, they can have space also to break down. So a maximum of 5.
Despite covering almost all her face, Nkatha's eyes can't hide her excitement to get into this blue-lit room with her to-be victims laid on the stools. The walls of the room are covered by writings and signatures of people who have been here for 2 months since it was opened. For her session, Nkatha will be breaking 3 soda bottles, a plate, a cup, and to top off the experience with smashing a watermelon, as music of her choice plays on full blast. Armed with a wooden bat, Nkatha aims at the first bottle and lets out a scream. The satisfying sound of shattering glass filling the air as she does this repetitively for about 5 minutes. Was it it worth it?
This, I feel it was. I feel like I had a lot of pent up, I don't want to say anger per se, but pent up something, you know, that I didn't know of. But the minute I started smashing, everything came, and yeah, I feel lighter. I feel, yeah, it feels nice. This can be a double-ended sword. It can be good, and it can also be a bad way of relieving things. So what we're doing here is something we call exposure therapy. And exposure therapy needs to be controlled.
Traditional therapy that I do really helps. It has helped a lot of people. But now sasa shida inakuja because there's a lot of stigma, there's a lot of discrimination, there's a lot of mtu akifikiria tunaenda therapy because some people don't understand like the foundation and what goes on therapy. Inakuanga ile ya nikae chini nilipe mtu niongeleshe tu mtu hivyo, you see, because they don't have like the whole understanding of what therapy is, how it works. So like now this is now another place. Yeah.
Mimi naitwa Joseph. Na nafanya kazi ya miwa. Hii 2024 hakunipeleka vizuri but niko tu vile vile hapo katikati.
Naitwa Simon. Mimi nafanyanga hii kazi ya boda boda hapa Mirema. Na sasa tunaweza sema hii mwaka haijakuwa mzuri kwa sababu biashara mingi zimeenda chini. Hata watu wenye tunabebanga wengine wanaanza kutembea miguu. Kwa hivyo watu wako chini financially. Kwa hivyo tungeomba serikali iangalie maslahi ya wananchi ili at least hata sisi tunapata riziki. So
traditionally in Kenya, it is often joked how 31st of December is reserved for anyone who would like to scream without any prejudice on them.
Anger is an energy. Most people don't know this, but it is an energy. And it needs to be let out in one way or another. So the more you pile it up, the worse it gets. So releasing, that's why you hear when some people say, when you're angry, just scream, toa nduru moja safi.
Every end of year, when mtu anasemanga 31st, it's because of the things that have happened during the whole of the year, and you're looking for one way to channel everything that has been happening. So hii rage room ni ya kukusaidia. Unaona ukisikia like hapo uko like hii mwaka nimekuwa overwhelmed, acha niende ni scream yangu. Hata kama hutakuja therapy, you'll find like there is comfort in you letting out.
With the steady rise of rage rooms in the country, young people are hopeful that this trend will spark broader conversations about mental health and the right systems for them. Stanley Nyaringita, TV 47, Nairobi.